Hi, my name's Oliver. Welcome to Tested by Pixel Movers. Today I'm going to be reviewing the Artisul D10 tablet monitor. I reviewed one of these previously. It was the D13, which I found to be a really good build quality, better than a lot of the other tablets I've used recently in some of my other reviews. This is going on the more portable side. So they've taken it down by 3 inches down to a 10-inch tablet. It's like I say, it is probably there so you can take it out and about a lot easier. The beauty that I liked with the D13 tablet as well is that you've only got these two cables that you plug into the side. One of them powers the unit, so you don't need any external power as long as you are plugging it into a laptop or a PC that has a USB 2 port which will power it. You do get another cable as well which you can power it from an external source, just a plug socket, so you have the option to do that. But the beauty of this is it takes it down to two cables. One is your HDMI cable, which is coming out from my laptop. I'm using a Toshiba satellite with a Core i3 processor to power this at the moment. So you've got your HDMI into here, and then this is your so that might be HDMI. I think top one's your HDMI, that one's your USB. So either or, but as long as you're plugging it into from your laptop to this tablet, which the tablet is a USB 2, it will power the tablet for you. So at the moment it's just in the control panel section here, and the control panel is pretty good. It's got all your usual layout, so you've got your dashboard which will take you to your home, the community on the website for the Artisul, updating drivers, shopping for other Artisul products or accessories. If you click on devices, it will tell you what's running, so it tells you it's running a D10 and it's running the UPen P58A, and the current driver is the V3.1 driver. Go down to hotkeys here. Now you can see down the side here you've got a bunch of hotkeys that run down the side here, and you can basically specify what you want those hotkeys to be. So you've got 6 in total, and you can just say and click on one, and using your keyboard, whatever program you're in, you can specify your preferences to those hotkeys. And it works in a very similar way to how the D13 works. So it's I won't go through it on this video, but that is very similar. It's just a scaled down version of the D13. Onto your pen, you've got the options here for how slow and how fast the pen's double click speed is, how light the pressure sensitivity setting is. Here you've got your button click options menu, so you can choose that, choose whether you're right-handed, left-handed. It supports digital ink and machine calibration on there as well. You've got your calibration section where you can choose your monitors you're using. So at the moment I'm using just the one monitor, but I've set it to duplicate over the monitors, and then what you do is you choose which monitor you want the UPen to navigate on. So you have to make sure that that is set to this particular monitor to navigate. UPen calibration, so if you click on there you get an option up here, the usual thing where you click on a number of points, brings up 4 here, and you click on these and then that calibrates your setting on there, and you can save those preference settings if you like. Support option there, so you support forums, user manuals which you can download, warranty and registration for the tablet, and the different languages. And then save and backup, save all your preferences, load a set of preferences. If you've got different preferences for different programs, you can do that with your hotkeys and save it as a Photoshop set or a Toon Boom set or a Painter or anything you like. You can choose different save different settings and load those in, so your hotkeys are set up and your various other preferences are set up as well for you. And like I said, build quality is very nice. It's looking very similar to some of the WACOM tablets, like the Cintiq 13-inch tablet. It looks very similar to this. I know Cintiq don't do a 10-inch. I wasn't sure whether a 10-inch would be going a bit too small, but like I say, you've got a decent area there. I wouldn't probably use it for any large scale work. I think you'd be moving and shifting around too much, but for general sketching and things, getting ideas down, it's pretty good. You could very easily take it out and about with a laptop if you were going to do something like caricature sketching, quick colouring, that kind of thing. So it's not a bad little tablet. It's not full HD. The resolution is lower than full HD, but it is higher than your 720p. So you're not getting a 1080 screen on here, but it does look pretty nice. It's quite clear, but not as clear as the D13 was, which was a full HD tablet. So it's a shame that they didn't go full HD on here. There must have been a reason, probably to get the price point down, because it is such a little small portable unit. But it's quite a nice. It's still quite a nice screen, quite vivid. Viewing angle is very good on it. It does have a good. It doesn't wash out when you go over to one side, unless you've got some light shining on it. I mean, it's quite a dull, slightly textured finish on it. So when you are actually drawing on it, it doesn't feel as slidey and as slippy as others. I have played about with Wacom tablets before, and they do have more of a paper feel. That's where some of the Wacom tablets do excel, is that you feel like you are drawing on paper. This is a little bit slippier. So if we come out the preferences, and what we'll do is I'll just have a look at a few bits of software on here, and we'll see if we can do a bit of drawing and sketching. So one of the first programs we've got here, if we open this. This is Mischief. It's quite a cheap little program that you can buy online. Skip that. And it's like I say, it's just a quick, cheap drawing program. It's a really good program. Some people have done some fantastic pieces of work in it. But we'll just see, just from the get-go on here. Just going to change colours up here. Won't go through the software details. But the good test with these things, let me get it onto a darker line so you better see that better. There we go. So as you can see, it's pretty fluid, pretty much following exactly where my pen is. There's a slight delay, slight lag, but it's very, very fluid and very, very smooth. That's really, really nice the way it does draw, and the pressure sensitivity is really nice. That's the lightest I'm pressing, the very lightest. It's not hardly registering that press. So that was on there, I'm just resting it. I'll let you go. If you can see those, but you've got some really thin lines like full pressure, and then in between. So the sensitivity is really nice. Obviously you can dial it up or down in the software you're using, or you can go back to your preferences and adjust it in there. So I can delete the layer. So if I go back into my pencil sketching here, so as general sketching goes, it's very nice, just very smooth surface. And there'll be times on this where I suddenly stop talking because I'm concentrating on drawing. keep my sketching done really nice and quick, and with this, like I say, it's very responsive. And I have actually attached this to an old machine. Excuse me. I've attached this to an old Dell Optiplex machine that I've got, which has a very basic graphics card in it, and it still performs just as well. Probably not in your really top end software, not on your Photoshops and things like that, but it still is quite a decent performer even on your slower machines. It just shows how you can get some ideas down fast with this, even though it's not a large screen. And obviously it's not a touch screen, so you can't just zoom in and out. Yeah, if you want to do if you do want to zoom in, yeah, you've got to use your software on it, or use your keys. I don't know if any of these are set up at the moment, so if I do that, that gives me my hand tool, so I can move around with that one. That's my eraser. That's my undo, which is undoing things there for me. Alt, that's my pipette tool, and Shift, whatever Shift does on here, that rubs out as well. And Control, that rubs out as well. So it's just changing brushes there. Go back to that brush. So there's not a zoom set up on there yet, but you can do that. You know, if you go into your software details, find out what the zoom key is, you can go in there and change those attributes if you need, and give yourself a like I said, there'll be times when I'll just suddenly go quiet on here, and it's like I said, it's just because I'm concentrating on the drawing rather than the but so there's nothing really to say that this tablet isn't any good really. It's as responsive as the D13 was. It's got a very nice feel drawing on the surface. It has a slight papery feel to the surface. So you can get some nice little ideas down fast. Let's go to, we'll try a new layer. Give me a new layer. We'll try just a bit of, oops, undo that to black. I'm really sorry if you can't see from my hand here, it's very difficult to get a good angle so you can actually see exactly what I'm drawing. But it's the accuracy is pretty bob on here. It feels to be drawing exactly where I'm wanting it to draw. It's not shifted anywhere. I won't say it wasn't out of line when I first drew on here, but a quick a quick dabble with the calibration settings, and it was, like I say, pretty much spot on. It's right underneath the pen tip, and the beauty of this is that there's not a gap in between the actual monitor surface and the surface of the what you're drawing on the surface, the drawing surface. There's none of that parallax gap in between, so you don't feel disconnected from the tablet. Forgive me, this is a very, very quick, crude drawing and inking. It's not going to be one of my finest pieces of work, but it gives you an idea of what can be achieved with this. For all you Walking Dead fans out there. So it gives you an idea of kind of like how that works within a program like Mischief, and to be honest, the drawing would be very similar in things like Photoshop as well. And it's just giving an idea of that that sensitivity. So that's Mischief. No save on that one. Well, shall we look at on here? We'll have a look at I just have to try and get into my laptop menu on here. Photoshop. So obviously one of the bigger programs that a lot of people use on here, especially when they're using a Wacom tablet, that kind of thing, is Photoshop. And again, this seems to work really well. And I'd say the only thing with this is it's just working out whether you think it's the right size for you, really. You know, as a 10-inch. I mean, I have a 10-inch iPad. An iPad Pro that I can draw on, and the iPad Pro is so portable, it's all self-contained. Obviously you are limited software that you can use on it, but it is a very nice piece of equipment, and this is a similar size tablet as well. But at least with this you've got the flexibility that you can link it to a PC that is running other software. You know, you're not limited to what's available on iOS, which again is very similar to the Wacom. But the price point of this is it's got a good price point as well for the size of it and for what it can do. So let's have a look at this. Just zoom in on here, choose the brush tool. Might do my initial drawings in blue. It's a bit of a darky blue, that one. A bit more cartoon on this one, I think. And again, just very quick and free and fluid, and I say it's pretty much hitting the mark in Photoshop as well. It's directly under where I'm drawing. So again, not one of my finest pieces of work, but it's just a quick sketch to show you what it can do. And if I do a new layer, move around if I'm holding my shift button there. It's quite nice. I can just shift around and change that back to a darker colour. Apologies for mumbling there. I'm going to more of a sketchier nature with this one, I think. Again, I apologise if you can't see exactly what I'm doing here. It's a bit tricky to Close down. Close the door now. Might have been a slight fade out there where I just had to get my daughter back into bed. So I'm still being pretty sketchy with this one. With that concept art look there. Zoom back out. Oops. Just have to there we go. So again, not fabulous, but just a quick sketch just to show you, what you can achieve with it. I do a bit of animation work as well, and it's good for things like Toon Boom Studio, and good for things like Harmony as well, where you can do traditional cell style animation, and good for things like storyboarding. If you have got a pipeline and you want to use storyboarding, this is a very good, nice cheap bit of kit to use for that aspect as well. And like I say, it's really good just for getting down quick sketches when you're animating as well. So if you wanted to get poses down really fast, you can do that. You can just it's just a really good all-round sketching tool, really. I mean, it's I think the price point's around about £299 UK price, and it's just really nice to work on. I've got no real flaws with it at all. I can't think of anything that's that really stands out as being wrong with this tablet. I love it as much as I loved the D10, which I've actually passed on to a friend of mine who's using it at the moment for production. I'm going to be doing some animation work soon, so I'll probably be using this for storyboarding and for character design, because it's just something that I can have there. I can sit on my sofa downstairs, the laptop can be tucked down the side, this can be on my lap, and I can sketch away. It's a really nice thing to use, and I've got the added benefit that I can use whatever programs I've got on the PC, which is really good. So here's another program. This is Manga Studio, and let's have a look here onto the G pen tool. Again, you can see there, that's really good. Let me just try and zoom in on that, I think that's a better. So you've got your G pen tool here, and like I say, you've got, again, it's a very different style of drawing in this particular program. This is to other programs. The pressure sensitivity level is slightly scaled down on this. You've got to really up it a little bit if you want to get better thicker lines. I've got to really press on there to get even that kind of thickness in the line. But as you'll see, if I give it a really light press, I don't know if that's showing up, but you can see there, you can get a really nice kind of like pencil-y effect. I'll just hatch over that. You get a really nice effect there for this style of drawing. I mean, this particular program's aimed at doing comic book art, and it is a really nice program for inking. I mean, if I just drop down to, so this keeps slipping. I've got this resting on the edge of my desk at the moment. It does have a stand that comes with it, and I forgot to dig it out from the spare room. But this, I mean, that particular brush, kind of like auto smooths, calligraphy type brush. Starts off with like a flat kind of like calligraphy ends, just how you were doing your calligraphy type. So what I call a turnip pen, whatever that is. You like I say again, it is a very nice, another nice program to work in on a very nice tablet. But like I said before, you do have a very limited space to work in. Your real estate on this tablet is very limited. But that said, you know, for general sketching, doing a bit of artwork, doing a bit of painting, if you want to take it away with you, which is really good. You know, I mean, I've taken my laptop away, I've taken this away with me, and I can sit there, I can do a bit of sketching. If the weather's nice, you can do it out at the beach, on the seafront. I've done a few bits and bats of sketching with that, and it's a nice little unit. It's still quite a bit of chunk of stuff to take with you, but it's a cool, well-built little tablet. I mean, I can't really say anything bad about it. You know, it's because there's nothing to say. So in back there, you've got some rubber sections either side there, which when it's on the stand, they cling to the stand a bit better with a couple of rubber bits there. Some details about the model number, but no, really, I can't fault it at all. Like I said, the D13's been going. You know, I've had that over a year now, well over a year, and it's still working fine. A friend of mine's using it, and it's still doing really well. So that's basically, in a nutshell, the Artisul D13. I say D10. So just to sum up, it's a very nicely built, very well built little tablet monitor. Its plus points is that you don't have to use an external power supply. It can be powered direct from the laptop or PC, Mac, whatever, and it will run on PC and Mac. It's got drivers for both. It will run from a USB 2 cable and give the unit power. And it just runs into HDMI, which is like a full-size HDMI on my laptop side to a mini HDMI port on here. You've got 6 express keys down the side here, which you can set to whatever you want in various programs. You can pre-program those in each program and save those calibrated buttons in each program and then just call them back up into the when you open that particular program. The screens, so the only probably downside I'd say to it is, and it's not a biggie at all, the only thing I would say is that it would be nice if it was a bit higher resolution for me. It does look a little bit fuzzy in places compared to like the D13 and other tablet monitors that I've used, but for the form size I think it works pretty well. It's a really nice tablet. I'm really happy with it. Can't really give it any faults, as I'd say, and I think we'll just leave it at that. If you've got any questions, please ask, please subscribe to me. This particular Tested by Pixel Movers is starting to head in various different directions. I'm just basically posting anything I review, and it can be anything. I mean, I started doing reviews on the graphic side because I'm a graphic designer, animator. I decided to source out these kind of tablets and give an overview of what I thought of them compared to Wacom. Wacom are still the front runners. I do think they do charge too much for their tablet monitors. They could do a bit of a reduction in price, which they do now and again. I mean, they've got them on offer at the moment, but it's still nowhere near matching these models, and you do get what you pay for in a lot of sense. I mean, I've had tablets from other companies before which I have kind of like endorsed and said they were good, and then they've lasted probably, you know, not even 10 months. Or they've arrived in and they're badly built. They've got dust under the screen. They've not been the best tablets in the world. So at the moment, if you're looking for a good tablet monitor that isn't going to break the bank, Artisul is probably one of your best people to look at. I can't say too much. I do know they've got other tablets coming out. I think they're going to do a 22-inch one and a 27-inch, but that's probably down the line, and they're going to be more expensive. They probably won't hit the same mark as the top end Wacoms, and but I think out of all the kind of like the Chinese ones that are coming out, that are trying to get in on the tablet monitor market, the Artisul ones are the best of the bunch. I think for build quality and just general things like drivers. I mean, the driver installation in this was just so simple, and using the drivers is very simple as well. It's very easy to sort out two monitors. I've managed to do it where it's copying the monitor that's on the laptop. I've also managed to do it where it's independent of the monitor on the laptop. Some programs that can cause an issue, but you usually get around it by switching back to just, you know, clone monitors for some programs. But that said, it's I love it. So I'll leave it at that. That's the Artisul D10. This is Oliver, Tested by Pixel Movers. Hope you enjoyed that. Like I said, leave comments below, and you know, subscribe to me and watch some of my other reviews as well. There might not be graphics tablets, there might not be anything to do with graphics, but hopefully a little bit interesting for you. So thanks for looking.